I am here again, and hopefully, this podcast grows, but it certainly is out of my control whether this podcast grows or not. I primarily talk about the news and other things. I must say that I am not a Stoic. I'm a person that has a primal scream, and I just strive for Stoicism. I want to say hello to Darren. Darren has been a long time listener to my show, and I've always appreciated his insight and thought. To a degree, Darren seems to have perhaps some of the same, if not even more, misfortunate background as I do as far as losing parents. And he lost his father younger than I did. And I kind of go back to the feelings that I had for my father before he died, and the thought how the thought process changed while he was dying and after he died. But there is still a part of me that is like my old angry self, and it has been heightened as a result of this culture war that I believe that we are in a culture war. And social media has exacerbated it. And I recall that it didn't used to be that way. That social media was challenging certain norms, and what we know as the woke left couldn't answer those questions, so they decided to use force. And that's what's happening today, is we are seeing a level of force done by activists who have the help of our establishment. And they are oftentimes creating an establishment norm within this society. And it doesn't necessarily affect me as much as I make it affect me. And the truth is, I'm diabetic, and that probably is the biggest point of my life. And the truth is, you can't affect your interpersonal life, but certain things you may not have a chance to fight or to defend. I'm telling Joey that I want a dunce cap, and I think that that's one of the things I'll be wearing is a dunce cap, because the truth is, I want to be completely aware of my ignorance and my foolishness, and to remind myself of where I've come from and where I'm going on this journey of life that I am seeing. Just recently, I guess, former President Trump is being indicted in New York. I'm not sure of all of the details. And now that Ron DeSantis, his commentary has angered conservatives, or a lot of Trump supporters who were perhaps once Ron DeSantis supporters are now very angry at him. And I guess they feel that he did a dig about paying off porn stars, because he mentioned that like there is, I guess, you can know what somebody thinks when they're speaking, and I guess perhaps the way you handle a situation that creates your whole character. And now Van Jones also, he's also under fire by the left, and because he's saying that the DA may want to back off of this situation. Now, Van Jones is a person that during the 1992 riots, I guess he said that before he was arrested, I believe he said he was an activist, and then he came out a communist, or maybe even a Marxist. But he has that in his background. He has radical beliefs, and I don't necessarily believe that those things go away very quietly. Again, some beliefs are ingrained upon us, and we believe them to be true, even if evidence provides even if evidence provides counter narrative. Cognitive dissonance is in play, and I am probably guilty of that, as I have accused others. So I have to remind myself I have also been arrogant and egocentric, as what I see with the woke leftist. And I cannot necessarily point a finger at them without pointing a finger to a degree at myself. But at the same token, I see a lot of abuse, and a lot of it is by the ego, and I see a lot of performative nonsense, and on both sides. I remember during the campaign of 2020, they complained about the 1994 crime bill, and that had bipartisan support, and that put criminals in jail. And I'm going to add Darren, if he will be added. And I'll be waiting for him. But I think that these things are rather good, and they are for the best. And hopefully he will come on soon, because I'm waiting for food, and I do have to get something to eat. And I'm still waiting. So I'll continue with oh, we have Darren here now. Oops. Darren, how are you?
I am on the show.
There we go.
How do I sound?
You sound all right. How have you been, and what do you think of the podcast so far?
I'm glad you're on, and you're usually working now, aren't you?
Yeah, they changed my schedule around, so I'm here. I'm here now. I'm here earlier.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah. Anything to add to this conversation in these really crazy times that are happening now?
Hmm. Yeah. There's a lot of hate rolling around, and we always hate what we hate, and
Isn't
we hate when we see in others what we hate about ourselves. So
yeah.
uh, they all have blinders on. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah, to a degree. Um, wait.
I mean, Van Jones cried like a baby because he thinks half of the country's all racist. So
Yeah, Van Jones has an interesting history, and also a very negative history at that. And he said a lot of foolish and ignorant things.
Well, he believes it though. I think. I don't think that he doesn't believe it. I don't think he's lying. I
He may
just
not.
think he sees hate.
Yeah, but again, I think a lot of that is very ego based, and I think a lot of the this, it's very fake, and it's very, some of it seems to be rather performative, and there are times when you absolutely believe your performance, and that's what I'm seeing primarily with the left, is a form of performative art out there that seems very fraudulent and very fake. There's
Yeah,
two
I don't
there's
think it is.
there's two things that I see, Darren. Performative and fake who are manipulating. I see two factions, or actually three factions. Uh, One faction is the performative and fake that kind of know that they're playing games, and they do things for ego purposes, and they can believe that they can, to a degree, believe that they are doing a noble cause. Uh, the second is the brainwashed, who are what I consider mass formation psychosis. And then the third are the people that are afraid to take a stand, who could take a stand and are afraid. These are the three groups within our culture war. And they'll even stop people from resisting this toxic level of behavior.
Yeah, I don't think I'm afraid to take a stand. I just think it's all bullshit. So
But you're not. Yeah, the thing of it is, Darren, that you're not in power. The people in power
that's
with
true.
the people in power with things to lose are often the ones that are afraid, and they're the ones that are not taking a stand. And oftentimes they are um, they are aiding and abetting these toxic people for whatever reason. I think a lot of times they are afraid, and these people are very manipulative. And fear is a large factor right now. And cancel culture is real, and these things are a reality within society. And again, there are people who are like you, who aren't afraid, perhaps because you have a higher purpose or a higher power, and also because you don't have much to lose. Perhaps when people have a lot to lose, they're going to protect what they have.
That's the ego.
That is absolutely the ego, and that is really, I think, hurting our country on both sides of the aisle. Darren, do you have anything to say? I'm going to try to fast. I think tomorrow I'm going to fast. Do you have
You want
anything?
me to you want me to fast with you?
Absolutely. Tomorrow, let's start our fast.
You want to hold each other's feet to the fire?
Let's do it. Let's see how long we
Okay.
fast for.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
we'll text and make sure we're still on track.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that first day is hard, especially the end of it.
here's the thing: when we get hungry, we're going to text each other, "Man, I'm hungry." So
There we go. It'll be like AA.
that's what it will be.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and hopefully you'll share this video, and this thing will grow, because I think that discipline and thought is a good thing. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy the times that you listen to this show. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and even share this video if you can. Thank you.